On this Christmas Eve, the president's making his own list of who's nice, like Mitch McConnell.
Very smart guy, very good guy, and a very fair guy.
And who's not, like Nancy Pelosi.
She's doing a tremendous disservice to the country. She hates the Republican Party. She hates all of the people that voted for me.
It's a familiar refrain from the president, frustrated as negotiations over a Senate impeachment trial appear to be on a holiday hiatus. Democrats back the House Speaker as she holds off on sending those articles of impeachment to the Senate until she's confident that process will be fair. Still, the president insists it's Republicans who have the upper hand.
We're in a very good position. Ultimately, that decision is going to be made by Mitch McConnell, and he will make it. He has the right to do whatever he wants. He's the head of the Senate.
The trial's start date in question here at home, and overseas, questions on the timing of something else. The so-called Christmas surprise North Korea's been hinting at for weeks, ever since officials there released these photos of Kim Jong-un on horseback visiting a sacred site, seen as a sign Pyongyang was plotting an aggressive move.
We'll find out what the surprise is, and we'll deal with it very successfully, and let's see what happens.
U.S. military and intelligence officials are on alert for a possible long-range missile test, with new satellite photos showing North Korea expanding a factory used to produce those missiles. The president downplaying that Christmas gift threat with a quip.
Maybe it's a nice present. Maybe it's a present where he sends me a beautiful vase, as opposed to a missile test.
Also this week, as part of its ongoing legal fight with former White House counsel Don McGahn, the House Judiciary Committee is now suggesting if potential testimony reveals new evidence, they may consider new articles of impeachment against President Trump. But right now, Kristen, that seems highly unlikely.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.